Welcome everybody to another exciting game of Hogs War League Season 3. Today I'm joined in the commentary booth by Iron Fox. How are you doing, Fox?
I'm good. Hello.
Iron Fox, of course, this year's rank up champion, and the game today is between Herpderp, representing the USA, known as the Hogs of War Wikipedia in the community for his vast knowledge of the game, the maps, that sort of thing, who is against this year's Grunt League champion, Revan, Ukraine's greatest Hogs player and greatest troll. And we're kicking off today on Ice Flow. This is going to be a very, very spicy start. We all know Ice Flow, the brutality of that map. We have mines, we have poison water, we have regular water, explosive barrels, the whole works. So yeah, going to be a pretty spicy game today. Any thoughts, Iron Fox, on the lineups?
Yeah, I think Revan's lineups are pretty good, like it is pretty meta. Personally, I would prefer to have some sappers on this map, but it looks very good overall.
Yeah, I guess saving them for later. Of course, we're using the pig pool system this year, which limits certain classes, especially the medic and grenadier. Revan going for a pretty strong double paratrooper setup as well, which is going to be very useful in this map. I think that's one of the key things, is being able to move Hogs into dangerous positions. The jetpack's been perfect for that.
That's so lucky, Spaven.
Yeah, very, very lucky start. That could well be, if he uses the time right, a first turn kill, or if not, a very, very sick paratrooper for Revan. Oh no, making his way over to the main island.
I think it's a good choice. He should get away from that island while he has time.
Yeah, certainly. If you can stay stranded there for too long, you can end up in a very bad way.
You will definitely end up getting poisoned if you stand there.
And a perfect bazooka shot, all with a little bit of self-damage though. And not getting Revan into the poison water either.
Yeah, it was not ideal turn, but not bad either.
No, not too bad. I think if it had perhaps a double poison, it might have been a little bit stronger, but not bad. A solid 40 damage. Revan, of course, coming over now to do a quick bit of healing. No poison to heal, but bringing him up to 120 health. And now who's he going to go for? 10 seconds left, getting a bit dicey. Going for the sapper.
Yep, that's pretty meta move at that point.
Yeah, pretty standard.
Since there is no grenadier or medic to hit.
Everyone very bunched up in the middle here. Let's see if Revan can maybe bunch them up even more for some double damage. Going straight for the Gunnerino. Wants to get him across the door, not in the door and in the house, which he does perfectly.
Good bunching up.
Yeah, very good bunching up. I think we're going to see some pretty hefty damage here. All in a little one as he bounces off ahead. 10 seconds left to get a nice bazooka shot. How well does he judge it?
Looks
perfectly by the look of it. Oh, not bad.
He lost the bunching up and did not get any poison, but very good turn overall.
Yeah, solid for damage. Ice Flow is one of those maps where you always want a little bonus in the form of some poison or perhaps some mine damage, that sort of thing. But no, really can't complain about the damage there. That's a strong start.
Yep.
So what do we reckon about the playstyle? Whoa! Don't skip your turn there, Herpderp. That was a little scary. Yeah, what do we reckon about the playstyles of the two? Because I remember Herpderp saying that he's not a poison player, he says. He tends not to use scouts, that sort of thing. I feel like that might be a disadvantage in this year's league. I feel like it's... Oh, God, more self-damage. Yeah, I feel like it's becoming pretty essential to be sharp with your snipers and poisoning moves these days. To get those skip turns, that sort of thing.
Poison is very useful, but in a map like this, I definitely wouldn't pick a scout myself, because there is just so many poison opportunities in a map itself.
Yeah, that's true. This is one of those maps where it's perhaps better to go just for big damage. We'll have to see how Herpderp's playstyle plays out over the rest of the games. Should we go to game 3? We'll see. Revan making very nice use of his paratroopers here.
Yeah, so far I think he's in the lead. Like, he has not... Okay, that was his first mistake so far.
Yeah, quite hefty as well. There's a lot of water damage. A lot of self-damage all around here on this map, but I suppose that's to be expected when everyone's this bunched up. Now, what can Herpderp do with his gunner? He's not too bad with his long-range weapons. I think I'd be tempted to just stay hidden here up in the hill.
Yeah, I would definitely not be able to hit anything from here with Mortar, but I would say this is the best place for gunner.
Certainly, yeah, well out of the way of all the trouble. Just can he get some good damage? It's looking pretty decent. Oh, not bad, but more self-damage.
Okay, at least he got that guy, so not losing a turn because of that.
Yeah, definitely. That for a while was looking like a complete disaster, but actually killing his own guy sort of worked out okay for Herpderp. Now here we come in for some big damage with the flamethrower, of course.
Yeah,
Keeps
I
him pinned
approve.
in the water, does 6 damage for each little hit.
That might be instant kill if the... Nope.
Oh,
Not
no,
quite.
maybe
Lots of
not.
damage.
Not quite lucky there. I was expecting pretty much an instant kill there, but no, Herpderp gets away with it for now.
You
Moving
know
on to
what?
his other gun.
That scout might be useful later, it seems.
Yeah, may well be.
Because I think if I saw it correctly, the scout is last pick from Revan's lineup, and that paratrooper is first from Herpderp. So if he can poison that one, that should be 3 turn.
Yeah, certainly. Moving on now, though, to Revan's scout. Not a very happy scout either. Hobbling along, trying to pick a target. Going to see a very heavily poisoned bunch of pigs now. It's yeah, looking a little bit scary for Revan. A couple of very sickly
Yeah,
pigs.
he has to do this now, but his picks are way too close to each other.
Very nicely judged throw there, leaving the chap on just 1 health.
Oh, no skip turn just yet, so... Yeah, that's gonna cost. That's gonna cost him.
Yeah, definitely going to come in now for the
cheeky.
cheeky head jump. Perfectly done. Saving himself a skip turn, and with quite a juicy bunch of targets here, actually. All going for the shrapnel, though. Ignoring the pigs behind him.
Yeah, I would have definitely used TNT up to that punch. Like, you don't get much better options than that. That was
No,
very good shrapnel.
certainly, but that was a really good shrapnel. Very, very nicely placed.
Some extra damage.
Looks like it, yeah. Now the medic making his way around.
Yeah, he really needs to heal that scout now.
Yeah, really needs to heal. That's going to be his big priority. Should make it in time.
He could basically heal paratrooper and just sacrifice the scout whenever he can, but yeah, at least if he does this, there is less risk for a skip turn right now.
Yeah, the scout obviously being quite low on health, quite a simple shot would be able to take him down into skip territory. Ooh, 1 second left and gets off the track just in time on the sapper. Back to the lonely gunner. I think it's going to have quite a nice time up in the hills here. I guess Herp will want to prioritise Revan's paratroopers if he can, but no, making his way into the fray, just avoids getting poisoned. That's going to be pretty critical.
Yeah, I don't think he should have went down with this guy.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, he got a nice mortar shot earlier, so we know that Herpderp's quite good at judging his distances. I think it would have been safer to stay out of the way, although...
Basically, same shot again would have dealt with both of these guys.
Yeah, quite easily, and he wouldn't have had to put himself in so much risk.
But I guess he wants the skip turn for sure. It is higher hit chance with TNT.
Yes, that could be a good point, actually. Oh, and he just gets it, doing 42 damage to leave him on 1. Very, very close there. He could have slipped into the water and lost that 1 health, but no, very well judged.
But Revan has a chance to head jump that guy, so that's problem solved for him.
Yeah, which he does straight away. Yeah, almost, that's the trouble with the TNT. It's very hard to do less damage than you want, if you see what I mean. So, yeah, may have left him on just the 1, which could have been a skip turn, but then that also makes it easier for Revan to just come along, jump on his head once and skip the turn.
Is there enough time to make the shot?
Just about. Oh, and it's very nicely judged too. And haircut is kaput. And as is the sickly power.
Yeah, if looking at the bar on top, then I would say Herpderp is leading, but looking at the game, I would say it's still pretty close. It can go either way.
Yeah, it was surprising to see the health bars there. I think the full health gunner here is obviously giving Herpderp a big advantage. We'll have to see if...
I like this move.
Yeah, I like this too. I'll have to see if the tree offers him good protection. Ooh! Does protect the gunner, eliminates the sickly Oh, and slipping into the water too. Quite a chaotic turn there, but very well done, using the tree for protection. And now we'll see another brutal flamethrower.
That's gonna be huge.
That is going to be big. And yes, that's absolutely the perfect angle for a kill.
Now Herpderp is definitely in the lead.
He is, yeah. I have to say, Revan's one of those kind of scary players I find who's often got a big plan. He's looking a few turns ahead, that sort of thing. So not to be unfair to Herpderp, but I did think Revan might come into this game a little stronger. But actually, Herpderp's played it really well, and the health bars are telling the story.
Yep, I think Herpderp had a little bit better lineup for this map overall. But on this map, it's just like the Spavens say so much. They both have been playing pretty well, but the Spavens and positionings are so important on this map.
Yeah, they really are. It's possibly the most crucial map for that sort of thing, apart from possibly a map like the Lake, although sadly we won't be seeing that in the league anymore, I don't think. Great map, but a little unfair to play sometimes, just far too brutal.
I mean, it depends, I guess. I think there might be a way to save it when the updated map creating thingy has time to make it. Then he might fix the map to be playable, but we will see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. That there, though, was probably not what Revan wanted. Went for a rocket launcher shot to try and knock this gunner into the water, but actually landed just on the shore, doing only 48 damage, so no extra for him there. Couple of cheeky head jumps.
I mean, I don't think that was necessary. He should just punch the medic at that point and gain the extra turn. He would be punched up, but the sapper could move before the medic, so there is that.
Yeah, perhaps the pressure getting to Revan a little bit, because you're right, yeah, he would have been close together, but then could have moved again. He's creeping across now.
Herpderp would have won if he would have just punched this medic before.
Yeah, I think you're possibly right. Now how's Revan going to deal with this guy who's on only 10 health? Will skip a turn next time unless he manages to kill himself this turn.
Yeah, he needs to... Yeah, I don't know, that's pretty bad either way. Yeah, that's a must. That's pretty much the only option is the Trank ran out.
Yep, the only move he could really do. Not that much damage either for a grenade launcher, only 20.
Problem is, okay, this guy didn't get poisoned, so I think it's game over now.
Yeah, I think you're right. Can he do it in this one turn? How much health is the guy on? I've lost track. Oh, only 31, so yeah.
He's taking from TNT. Even if he would have 70 HP, he would...
What?
Oh, what?
Oh, no! Wait a minute, that... Okay.
That's a misinput. Was that a black spike? Do we need to pause and check that out?
Yeah, do we need to check that out? That can't have been on purpose.
So far, I'm not getting any info, so I'm not getting any start presses, so I don't know.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna affect anything because Revan is pretty much lost at this point, but that was weird.
Yeah, very strange. That was either a missed input and the Herpderp doesn't care, or he's just flexing on Revan because he knows he's got this one sewn up. Yeah, slightly strange there.
Ooh!
So another bizarre turn there from Revan, but this should sew it up. Simple pistol to the face. Oh, the other way.
That's not as simple as you might think, though. It might hit the invisible roof. Okay, it's a kill.
And there it is. Game 1 sewn up and victory to Herpderp. Very well played. That was a great game, actually. A classic game of Ice Flow, really. All the brutality you really want from this map.
Yep. I didn't think Herpderp would win that easily.
No, neither did I. I thought it might be at least a little closer, or, you know, maybe even a victory to Revan coming into it a bit stronger. But no, very well played from Herpderp. So we'll be moving on next to Skullduggery. We'll see you for that. Okay, here we are, ready for Game 2 on Skullduggery. Yeah, another dicey map. This one with lots and lots of water. Another one that can be very, very brutal. What do you think of this one, Irn Fox?
Yeah, I'm not really a pro on this map, so it's definitely weakest map for me, so I have no idea how to, I don't know what is good on it and what is not. Medic is definitely good, and Grenadier should be easy enough to use on this map.
Yeah, certainly. That's going to be a bit of an advantage for Herpderp. This one's going to be all about the well-placed water damage, though. I think shrapnels could be key here. With Revan using 2 sappers, that's going to yeah, certainly give him plenty of chances.
But I think Herpderp is risking a bit because if I remember correctly, player 1's 4th pick might spawn into the island.
Oh, you're right, actually, yeah. That's a very good point.
That's not the best place for a sapper.
No, certainly not. I'd want a gunner in that position. That's in fact what I did in my game against, who was it? Busy Guy in the Grunt League. Remembered the spawn point, got lucky with my gunner in that spot, managed to do some quite good damage from there, if I do say so myself. But anyway, moving on to the game at hand.
Revan should go first here.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll start first without the need to restart. Let's see if we get lucky. And we do. Very nice.
There is somebody on the island, but we don't know who yet. It might be the second pick.
Could well be, yeah. We're going to have to...
Yeah, it was a gunner. It was a gunner, so Herpderp got very lucky there.
Yeah, that did work out nicely. Revan having to do a little bit of swimming, but only taking 5 damage on the way. That's not too bad. Going straight for the Grenadier. Probably a good choice.
I mean, was Medic before Grenadier? Which of them came first?
Let's see, I think... Yeah, so it was Grenadier first, and I think Herpderp has his Medic in 3rd, which is an interesting choice.
Okay, I guess that's the reason then. I bet Revan is trying to instant kill him because he knows there is instant kill zone behind that Medic.
Oh, maybe he is, yeah, if he can get this well placed.
No, he's gonna just use the water. It is way riskier that way.
Yeah, and using the trick there to drop into the water to avoid watching your opponent swim. Saving precious seconds. Oh, and lots of water damage there. This could be a first turn kill if he can just get this right.
Looks good.
Looks very, very good. Bang in the middle. Oh, is he just going to make it on a couple of health, though? Oh, very, very close. That was crucial. If he'd survived on even one, that would have been a bit of a faff for Revan to deal with. But yeah, very nice turn.
Yep, this is very good place for a gunner though. As this gunner, even if somebody invades, he can use flamethrower to throw them off very fast.
Yeah, very, very lucky to get this spawn. You can also get some very nice coverage behind these little hills here. Let's see who's going for the sapper. Now he's going to have to judge this just right. That looks pretty good to me. Perhaps a tiny bit short. He'll get some damage at least. 28 plus.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask me, with gunner from that distance, any damage is good damage.
Depends how much practice you've been doing or whether or not you're Anguria, I suppose. But yeah, not bad actually, 38 damage from that distance. And the gunner staying in a nice defensive position. Now, what can Revan do from here? Going for the TNT by the look of it rather than a shrapnel, which surprises me from Revan. He's a big fan of his shrapnel. He's been doing a lot of practice lately.
I mean, there is lots of water damage to be done even with TNT, so I guess it's even easier to make that 70 with TNT than with shrapnel from that position.
Yeah, going for the more reliable option maybe. Oh, but getting just a little bit of water damage, not the placement he would have liked.
Okay, what does this guy do?
Yeah, a little tricky to say. Revan's sapper that's just had his turn, not in the best place to get any extra water damage. This guy maybe a little with a well-placed shrapnel. Let's see if he can do it.
I think this is good plan. Revan has pretty good positions at the moment, so no water damage easily doable.
Oh, but just a 30 though. That's not the turn you would have liked.
That's the reason why I don't really trust shrapnels myself. I use them only if I have to.
Yeah, they can be a little unreliable. It's the sort of thing, if you're very confident with your throws and you can get a reliable 50 every time, then great, go for it. But yeah,
this is definitely gonna be a kill.
Yeah, almost certainly. If you can get it right in the middle of that massive body of water, just getting into a more defensive position behind the hill.
Oh, that was not very defensive position. Now he's very close to big body of water.
Oh yeah, that's true actually.
That guy might survive actually.
Yeah, I think he will. Not the longest swim, although he is on low health. Oh, just one! Wow.
It was a good plan to jump there, so the pig doesn't dip in the water.
Yeah, the Herpderp's clearly done his research. Well, that's why we call him the Hogs of War Wikipedia. He knew exactly what to do to keep this guy preserved. But yeah, very close. Nearly 2 single turn big kills there from Revan. Going for the... Oh.
Yeah, I would actually do just Kamikaze poison, because that Paratrooper will jump this guy otherwise very easily anyways. So he could deal that 20 extra damage and wouldn't lose anything.
I suppose so. I guess the advantage of having the guy there would just... I mean, a single head jump isn't that difficult, but it at least encourages Revan to waste a little bit of time trying to kill him.
Well, since the Paratrooper is so close, it's gonna take like 4 seconds or so, so I really think he should have used Kamikaze method with gas.
Yeah, could well be right. We'll have to see if that comes back to bite him later, not getting that extra damage with the suicide. Revan running out of time, but just getting away a cheeky sniper shot.
Okay, Grenadier has a turn. This can be huge.
Yeah, if he gets this cluster right, it will be huge. Big damage potential from this rather brutal weapon. One of the reasons that the Grenadier class was limited with the pig pull system that we're using now. Trying to pick a target, going to be quite a long distance.
I think that's a good plan, focusing on the medic now.
Oh, not a bad throw, but not the damage you would have liked. That's a little... I didn't quite see the numbers, but that's going to be probably just about a 50 or so.
Oh, he's gonna head jump. Oh yeah, he's gonna heal and head jump. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, very good turn actually. Just finish this guy off, bring the paratrooper back up to health.
What is he gonna do now? Because there is not time to get anywhere.
No, he's going to have a bit of a swim, lose more health, try and pick a target with just a few seconds left. Can he do it? Oh, a long-range trank shot, that can be risky.
Oh, it seems simple enough, yeah. That was good.
Yeah, nicely placed in the end. Very effective turn there for the medic. A little bit of extra damage on his own power, but I'm sure he can deal with that.
Revan is definitely on lead on this map now.
Yeah, saying very clear-headed. Let's see what this gunner can do, though, from this defensive position. Come on, I want to see some big shots. I'm a big fan of the gunner class. I want to see some nice, hefty mortars if we can. Ooh, not sure about that. That looks short to me. Yeah.
Yep.
Very short. Shame to waste a turn there.
Can't say I could have done any better.
Yeah, one of those tricky ones. It's nice to see the gunners being encouraged to be used more now we've got this different system, although your mileage really varies with how good you are with mortars and your long-range shots.
Yep. Okay, if Revan can kill that pig now, then that's gonna be pretty much game over. If he cannot, then Herpderp should definitely focus on the sapper that is on the bad position at the moment.
Yeah, true. Never say never, but...
Okay, he's alive.
Okay, survived with pretty decent health as well. That was almost too perfect a shot there. If you get a bazooka shot directly on the opposing pig's head, they tend to just jump in the air rather than flying off in any distance. So, yeah, not ideal there from Revan.
Yeah, he doesn't remember the bad positioning of a sapper, so Revan has a chance to move him away.
Yeah, that could be crucial as well. And yet another 30 with the shrapnel, all that potential for damage and none of it being realised. Now, Revan repaying the favour. Or not?
I guess he should aim for that sapper if he... Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, he wants to poison him.
I guess he is, yeah, thinking well ahead. That's a classic Revan thing. He's always thinking a couple of turns ahead. So yeah, gets Grenadier down very low. Not as much damage as he could have got with the sapper, but it's going to pay off later, hopefully, for him.
Yep, and this guy gets to safety now.
Yeah, it feels like the tide of the game is really starting to turn in Revan's favour. Now, what sort of damage can he get with this? Oh, just a 50, a little bit of extra water damage. And another potential poison target.
Yeah, I probably would rather poison the Grenadier, even though the sapper has his turn sooner.
That was a beautiful bazooka shot, though.
Let's see.
Now here come the poisons.
Yeah, he gets the instant skip turn and probably deals with Grenadier another way.
Manages to avoid poisoning his own paratrooper as well. Very, very nice shot, that. Down goes the sapper. Bouncing off the boots. And yeah, look at those health bars at the top. Revan's really played very, very strongly this game.
He could even heal the Grenadier and rank him.
Yes, he could actually. That's a viable tactic sometimes. Bring them up to health just for the sake of getting a skip turn. Instead heals the sapper, turning around. And just going for the kill, probably sensible.
Yep. Problem is, how is he gonna deal with the gunner? He doesn't have any, like, far range firepower.
No, he's going to have to go in close, unless now we see the start of the greatest comeback in Hogs of War League history, where Herpderp just dominates from this island with perfect shot after perfect shot. Another very good one.
Okay, this is simple enough. Just has to do his best with bazooka and see how it goes.
Yeah, starting a game of long-range bombardment now. Another overshot, could get just a little bit of water damage, but not too much on the gunner. Oh,
That's
actually,
water damage.
yeah, a lot of water damage, taking a long time to turn around.
Now he just have to swim one sapper there and place one TNT and that's it.
Yeah, that'll be an easy enough finish, but Herpderp still fighting on valiantly, going for that defensive spot again. Sticking with the bazooka, perhaps he's a little more comfortable with it than the slightly less reliable mortar. That looks like pretty good distance. Perfect damage. Very, very impressive bazooka game from Herpderp, it must be said.
Punching them up as well.
If only he had one more pig, he could have maybe made good use of that bunching for some big damage, but I feel as soon as Revan gets over there, it's going to be sewn up. Taking a long old swim, but at this stage, really not all that important, losing that much health.
I mean, it's pretty much the best thing sapper can do at the moment. It's like, there is no other use for it. You have to swim.
Yeah, certainly no long-range capabilities, so just going in for a TNT. And should be sewing it up this turn.
Yeah, I'm surprised if that gunner leaves.
Yeah, I mean, with that sort of distance in that big body of water, no chance. Beautifully played from Revan there. In fact, I think, is that a survival bonus?
It seems to be, yeah.
It is, yeah. All 5 pigs alive. Wow. Dominant performance from Revan there. Very, very well played. But, and now this is my favourite part, we go on to Game 3, something that doesn't happen all that often these days. Usually games sewn up in 2, but yeah, on to Game 3 on Over the Top. Welcome to Game 3, everybody. This one on Over the Top. Not one of the most popular maps, it must be said, just from generally talking to people on the server. Requires quite a lot of forward planning and decent use of your long-range shots. Seeing Revan starting with a gunner as well, I think he might have something prepared for his first turn. Who knows? Maybe he's been doing his homework.
Yeah, on this map you definitely shouldn't be the one who attack first unless you are sure you can do something. Usually you just run out of time and then you are a target.
Yeah, I think probably starting with a paratrooper or a gunner, as both Herpderp and Revan have done, probably a sensible choice. You can get in close with the para straight away to avoid wasting time walking through the big long valley in the centre of the map, or you can just launch off a mortar to kick off. Yeah, it tends to be a bit of a strange one the way this is played. People either play defensively in the corners or they bunch up very quickly in the valley in the middle. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this one pans out.
I would say there is more long-range picks than close-range picks, but we will see how it goes overall.
We will indeed. I think Herpderp not making use of spies could be an important one here. This map tends to see a lot of double and triple poisons.
Yeah, that is true. It is very easy to get poisons in the ravine.
Yeah, Revan with his spy going last, I guess, might be a sensible choice. Might be waiting to see how they gather up in the middle, then making use of his last turn to get off some big poisons. Yeah, let's see. Should be an interesting game. And Revan to kick off too. Now, I know Revan likes to do his map homework. In fact, I think map knowledge is going to be one of the most important things in this year's league. So let's see if he's got a shot prepared. If he's got himself a handy little corner. He knows a place for a full power shot. Certainly looks like it. Oh, no, going straight for the orderly.
So I don't think that's a planned shot, because he is focusing on the medic, and he cannot know where the medic is when preparing.
No, it must just be a good standard shot then. See if he can get it. That's looking very good. Wow, and a full 50 to start.
Yeah, that's amazing start.
Very, very strong start. I have to say, that's one of those things that can knock your morale a little bit if the opponent just goes in straight away for a big, brutal shot. Herpderp trying to dominate the high ground here. Not the worst choice. Quite a good defensive position. Can rain down hell from the top here. Picking his target, going for... Oh, looked like the paratrooper for a second, but changing around now. And there we go. He's found the grenadier, probably the highest priority target right now. And it looks like another good shot. Very nice, a full 40. So now what's Revan going to do?
I would most likely fly up and take cover next to the dummy. If that dummy gets hit, I think this is the side that gets the jetpack at that point.
Oh, is that true? I hadn't even thought of that. Yeah, that might be an idea, although it looks like he's just going up maybe to focus straight away on the orderly again. Running out of time, though.
Because now he's so close to the orderly, so he's definitely gonna get ranked.
Well, he's going to have to get this away very quickly. A risky mortar shot at the last second. It looks pretty good, though.
But it's definitely not gonna be enough damage, so the medic will go now.
Yeah, still a very good shot for such a last-second shot. Very, very good.
Indeed, I agree. I just don't like the plan coming to this side. Okay, the medic is moving away anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Making his way down the ravine where most of the gameplay tends to happen. 10 seconds left. Can he get a decent trank away? Something looks like it.
Yeah, that was surprisingly easy. That's gonna help Herpderp a lot.
Yeah, I think so. It's so easy to lose time on this map, especially on 30 seconds. It's a long way to traverse, but no, that worked out beautifully for him, actually. A nice, simple trank. What sort of shrapnel damage can we get here? Let's see a big one. Very nice.
That was very difficult throw.
Was that paratrooper on full health? Was that a 70?
No, it was 50, I think. Wait. Oh wait, was it full? I think it might have been.
Yeah, I think it was on full health, so that was a 70 damage from that sort of range. That's, yeah, very, very nice shrapnel there from, whew!
Using some illegal super shotguns there.
Yeah, almost looked like a super shotgun for a second there, the way the medic flew across. Now we're going to see the jetpacks coming in for those extra 20s. There's one.
I think Herpderp is taking a lead about now.
Yeah, strong start from Herpderp. Very, very impressive. Oh, and heading up to dominate the top ground again as well.
It is good plan because I think Revan had a lot of close range picks overall. Wait, he had Grenadier, Engineer and Scout, so that upper position is gonna be helpful.
Yeah, you're right, actually. It's going to be a lot harder to do any damage when those guys are so well tucked out of the way on top of the hill there. Now, what can the Scout do?
He's gonna head jump the medic and poison him, I bet. That's what I would do. I guess he will not.
No, that's sort of what I was contemplating, but no, changing his mind. Just going for a cheeky poison. Can he avoid poisoning the Grenadier? Oh, and he can. Lucky bounce there.
Nice. Oh yeah, no need even to the head jumps. The medic was so low.
Going for one himself there with the gunner, Herpderp. Oh, trying to do the backwards jump technique. Not working out for him, though. See, if I was Herpderp now, he's got the poisoned medic at the end. I would have been tempted to just blast him over there, kill his own medic and do some extra damage, but nope, just going for the paratrooper instead.
I would have definitely focused on the guy next to the medic, like huge damage to Grenadier, poisoned medic gone.
Yeah, certainly. I think that could have been crucial, actually. It's, I mean, good to get the paratrooper down, but it feels like a bit of lost potential there, because unless you can pull something out, you may well still skip this turn and won't get any extra damage on the Grenadier either. Okay, Revan now trying to take a more defensive position up in the trenches here. Let's see how accurate he can be on this guy on top of the ridge. It's looking pretty good. It's looking very good. In fact, it looks like nearly a 50, a 48.
Yep, that was a good one. Question is he gonna shoot the grove now?
I think he's going to have to. He really doesn't want to skip that turn.
Yeah, he has to do it now.
Going to be a good use of a jetpack as well. I have to say that's one of the nicest uses of the jetpack is to use it as almost a utility weapon to move pigs around, to avoid skipping turns without wasting the rest of your turn. So perfect use of it there. It's going to turn around now. Oh, doesn't want the machine gun, I don't think. No, focusing down the spy.
Herpderp is still having pretty bad input lag because he plays from so far away. So he has to like do those fast taps to pick the weapons very quickly.
Yeah, it's worth mentioning actually that with Herpderp's distance, he does have to put up with a little more lag than some of the other players do, but he always just manages to play around it. He fights very, very valiantly. I think he's really got good at compensating for that problem. Now let's see some big cluster damage potentially here. Little bounce. Not too bad, not as much as he would have wanted, all 12s and 11s.
Will this be the end of the Grenadier?
I think so. I think either way he's going to have to get rid of that Grenadier as soon as possible. It's really just... You really can't leave guys like that alive for too long. For a shrapnel, we can see some more big damage. We are, I'm not sure quite how much, but that looked pretty good.
Yeah, I think it looked like 70 from a fast glance, but I definitely cannot be sure.
Yeah, that's always the trouble with having it on the spies. You can never see the health. It sort of takes away some of the tension sometimes. We'll have to see exactly what that did later on. Now Revan repaying the favour.
That's a 50.
With a solid 50 of his own.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw 3 numbers rising from the pig's head on the previous throw before that one, so it might have been 70.
Yeah, could well have been. These guys clearly doing their homework with the shrapnels, becoming a very, very crucial weapon. I think focusing down the spy on this level is quite a good choice. Oh, does slip down though. It's going to waste him some time because the spy.
Yeah, the pig got stuck because he if you drop from the last jetpack and hit if you land on the tree or on the slippery or something, for some reason your pig will stand still second or two before you can move.
Yeah, that's. I mean, you waste enough time slipping, but yeah, you do waste even more time just with that brief little second that the pig stands there for whatever reason.
And it's only if it's last jetpack. If you have one left after that, it doesn't happen. If you use the last one, then it gets stuck.
True. If it's really just the last one in your inventory, then you do that little last second stop. I didn't know that. Oh, very strange. Hogs of War being the best programmed game of all time, of course, we all know that.
I think it has something to do with putting the jetpack away animation bugging. The game is thinking, does the pig still have jetpack, and tries to put it away or something like that.
Oh, okay. No, that's a very good point. Herpderp just going for a standard kill on the Grenadier, and in the previous turn seeing a good 50 from Revan with the mortar. Oh, but he won't want that extra 20 on himself. That was an unfortunate placement there of the bazooka shot.
It was still worth it.
Health bar's looking very even, but look at this bunching here. I think Revan's got some potential for brutality here. Going for the shrapnel instead. I would have been tempted to place a TNT between these two, but... whoa!
Ooh, even fall damage.
Got to take every little bonus you can. Nicely done. Although he does spread the pigs out a little bit, he could have potentially even bunched them up into 3.
I'm just thinking, was that 90? Was that the pig that was on 100?
You know, I'm sad to say that I've lost track of the health pools a little bit, so I can't say. That would have been nice to know, actually.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure that it was 90 plus fall damage, so 94 damage.
Wow, these shrapnels really are becoming one of the most important weapons to get good with, I think.
Yeah, personally, I don't like it. It's just, it feels broken.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's one of those things that's... I mean, obviously the devs would have intended the shrapnel to be a strong weapon and something you can do big damage with, but it feels like we've got maybe a little bit far with it now. It's one of those ones that you need to really, really know your way around. If you don't, you're at quite a big disadvantage. And I guess it's one of those things to practice.
Yeah, but then again, the flamethrower trick, shooting flamethrower straight down, is banned, even though it deals 100 damage once and then it's used.
Revan
So
very nearly losing his turn there, but just at the very last millisecond gets a bazooka away, leaving the sapper on 2.
Yeah, he definitely wants to get this guy by jumping. He doesn't want to take turn to kill this pig.
Yeah, and with only 2 health, that should be a pretty easy task. Can we see some more big
flamethrower.
shrapnels? Yes, we are. This is becoming a pretty much shrapnels deciding the game here. Huge damage.
I guess there's gonna be 2 head jumps now.
Certainly looks like it. The sapper not the ideal pig for it, being one of the slower classes, but gets the first one away. Can he get the second? Yes, he does. Nice and easy.
Who is he gonna target though?
Oh, getting stuck on the slippery tiles is good. That's wasting probably a crucial 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's one of those things why I do not like this map at all. Like the slippery tiles that you cannot see, they are just so painful.
Yeah, it's an odd one, this one. Oh, now that is not what Revan would have wanted. Gets a 20 on himself. And doesn't
the gunner is
kill the
also out.
gunner.
Yeah, he has to jump some more.
Yeah, not the most fun thing to do under pressure with only 30 seconds. Oh, a handy
Especially
pair of
with
boots.
Sapper, because then the Sapper, like, you have to get close to somebody to deal most damage with Sapper.
Yeah, have to do a bit of walking. No jetpacks left, just going for a standard bit of damage. Could be another 40. Yes, it is. Herpderp very, very intimidating with his bazookas.
Yeah, I think Herpderp has the advantage at the moment.
Yeah, the health bars look very, very even, but Herpderp does seem to be pulling ahead just a little. It certainly feels that way.
I don't know if I like this plan. I guess if you jump with the gunner and can make the shot, then you can get better like positioning for Sapper to get another target.
Yeah, that's true, I suppose. The gunner, can at least still do damage from a big distance, so walking all that way, not the worst
it depends
use.
if you can make the shot, because that's not the easy shot to make.
Now, if that is... Oh, now that looked like it was going to be very, very good for a second. Leaves the gunner on 1 health too. Yeah, maybe the pressure getting to Revan a little.
Oh yeah, the gunner is gonna go stand next to the other gunner so Sapper cannot jump him, I guess.
Could be, or is he going for some sort of... No, not going for a suicide. Doesn't need to there with the gunner on only 37. What's he going to do? Get himself into an awkward spot, I guess, to try and avoid any head jumps.
It seems so, yeah. That's gonna be difficult to jump.
Yeah, it will be from that spot. Does he get enough damage? Yes, he does. And we're now down to a 1v3.
That's gonna be very difficult if Revan wants to win this.
Yeah, very difficult. Just a single sapper, one of the slower classes. Again, we were talking about the importance of traversing this map when it's, such a long walk from either side. Wasting time trying to get those head jumps. Herpderp's placement of the gunner clearly paying off. Wow, paying off beautifully, in fact. Revan unable to get any extra damage. Just going for a shotgun to the face.
Yeah, I guess he has to at this point. I probably would have standed next to the gunner and tried to hit someone else with grenade launchers, just so Herpderp would have to damage his own gunner. He would have to kill his own gunner if he did any damage.
Yeah, could have made good use of the body blocking there. Now, I think what Herpderp's doing here is just trying to get as far away as possible so that Revan has to waste all his turn just trying to get over to the other side of the map. Very, very smart.
Yeah, he definitely cannot use TNT to this guy anymore. Also, he's so low HP, so game is pretty much over now.
Yeah, it's certainly not looking good for Revan. The Herpderp's really played a beautiful game here. I think getting his pigs right over to the other side and into awkward spots is going to be very important because, of course, like you said, Revan can't come in for a cheeky TNT now, and if he wants to get over there, he's going to have to waste a lot of time walking. Does get some mortars, though, so let's see if Revan's admittedly very, very good mortar game can continue here. Can he get some good shots on this guy in the corner?
This mortar can definitely help him.
having 4 of them as well. I mean, if they're all good shots, that's looking like a little bit long, but not bad. 26.
It's some damage, but at this point, it is definitely not enough.
No, certainly. This is going to have to be pretty much perfect turns, I think, from Revan to pull it back here. It's, yeah, looking very, very close. But Herpderp, yeah, he's just dominated this game, played really, really beautifully. I think his pig placement has been pretty important. And his good use of the bazookas as well. Can we get some more big damage? 36, not bad at all.
Let's see what Revan does. This guy is 1 hit from death.
I mean, it's Revan. He's usually got some kind of crazy plan in the back of his mind, but
I mean, he
kind of hard to
definitely
see.
should try, because the other paratrooper might still miss, so...
Yeah, that is true. He'll have a long way to walk, but if Herpderp doesn't get this next shot perfect to kill the sapper, Revan could just about pull this one around, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, Herpderp would have to miss pretty much 2 shots, like 2 complete misses. Maybe 3.
So it's going to come down to these next few shots. What can he do? Can take the high ground. Should make his life a little bit easier.
If he misses and hits his own guy, that's how Revan could win this, but I don't see that happening.
No, Herpderp's pretty sharp with his bazookas. That looks a little bit long. Just 5 health.
Yeah, he's alive, but even less health now.
Okay, I was not expecting Revan to walk out into the middle of the valley. What's he got in mind?
What is he planning?
Walking backwards to save time. Of course, the pigs, when they're on this low health, will hobble normally very, very slowly, but walking backwards to keep up his speed. Going for a mortar shot.
I think he definitely should have hit the other target, even if he kills that pig now.
Oh, and that's a miss as well. Oh no, 16, but...
But thing is, it's gonna be very easy for the other pig to kill the sapper, because he's so close. He can just get right next to him and swat with cattle prod or something.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much going to be impossible for Revan to turn this one around now. Herpderp's just going to cruise down the valley, go for the cattle prod for a stylish finish.
Yeah, Revan definitely should have tried to kill this pig and hope that the other paratrooper misses.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was certainly worth taking the risk. Didn't go for it in the end, and this is the result. A beautiful victory for Herpderp. Absolutely masterful play. Wow, what a set of games that was.
Yeah, good plays from both players.
And it's just so satisfying to see this sort of really high-level play. I mean, obviously, throughout all the main leagues, the level of play has been high, but I feel like we're really reaching some new heights at the moment. It's so good to see 2 guys on top of their game going at it. And big congratulations to Herpderp on a really quite, astonishing victory there. First game in this one. Really well played. So I guess that wraps it up for this one. Thank you for joining me, Fox, and thank you everyone for watching. And we'll see you again soon for some more exciting Hogs of War League action. Take care.
Yep, bye.